right, check this out. Listen, we're gonna go over a game between my guy Pragg and my goat, Carlson. I think Pragg one of the best, if not the best, talented wise out of India. I got an eye for talent. So when they was growing up, when Pragg was growing up with Gukesh and Nihal and what's the other Eric Geisey. Eric Geisey nice too. I like Eric Geisey too. Eric Geisey probably number two in a close second. So let's see these games over here. Let's check it out.
Here he plays pawn to e4, and usually Magnus would
E4 the best opening. I don't care what nobody say.
play e5 here. It's interesting to see if he goes for e5 today or something else. And one of the things that Magnus always does,
He's taking his time. Like I don't think it really matters, man, when you take your time in the beginning, man. I think it just calming your nerves, or you're trying to get a psychological edge on over your opponent, like the element of surprise, I guess. But let's play the first move, man.
does before the game is adjusts all his pieces. He could have done this before in a good the board, which means that Magnus is going for a full-fledged fight. Knight to f3 by Pragnananda.
Hey, when Magnus Carlsen plays c5, man, he mean business.
Will Pragg go for something like a Moscow or a Rose? The open Sicilian with pawn to d4. He goes for it.
D4. When you play D4 Sicilian, you mean business. Not a lot of people play the open Sicilian no more with D4. A lot of people play closed Sicilian with, knight c3, h3, g3, a3, Not a lot of open Sicilian. So that's what's up, Pragg.
Pawn to d4 on the board. Knight takes d4. Will go for the Najdorf. c3. We have the Najdorf, the Sicilian Najdorf.
The Najdorf, the classic Najdorf, Kasparov, Bobby Fischer, all the greats play the Najdorf. I wonder why they ain't played as much as no more, man. Because it's a lot of theory on these openings, man, and why just get better, why just wins, man. So that's why they play e4, e5 a lot. So, but this is good.
Najdorf is on the board, and Pragg plays h4. Very
h4. H4? Hey, look at the Pragg. Look at him like, yeah, I played h4. I played h4. Like, huh? You played h4? Like, you ain't play bishop b3. You ain't play, bishop b3. You ain't play f3. You ain't play bishop c4. You ain't even play, like, queen f3, queen e2. You play h4? My pawn ain't on g6 yet. So I don't know why you played h4. Man, he got some cooking.
Interesting line. I think it's played to just throw Magnus off his preparation. There's so many more popular moves like bishop e3, bishop e2 and so on. But Magnus goes h6. The only time in the... But today he chooses h6. Bishop comes out to c4. Putting pressure on the f7 just to limit that bishop.
Bobby Fischer as Sicilian, but with h4, it's like he'll look at Bobby Fischer. Look at this like, but the pawn on h4, man. Like, what you need h4 for? I don't get it. But hey, we live in a day of computer Fischer. We expound them on your openings.
And now Magnus, after e6, Pragg goes pawn to a3, making a little space.
a3, a3. He played a3.
A luft for his bishop as close to on bishop e7. He had b5, bishop b7 options. Bishop comes out to e3 and long castle. It puts his bishop back to a2.
Bishop b. Keep it real. I know you ain't never seen a Sicilian play like this. I know you ain't seen a Sicilian play like this. 8-3 when the bishop retreats back on 8-2. Which way is the king going? Like I want to know. Is the king standing in the middle? Is the queen going to E2 and you swinging the king over to the king side, the queen side? Like I like it though. I like it.
And this piece is out and prepares for short castling if feasible.
Queen E2, I knew it. Hey, Magnus is focused though. Magnus is like, oh, this is different. Man, I better be careful. I already know. He's like, man, this is crazy.
But short castling is dangerous because white directly has G4, G5 in hand. So Magnus would do.
Yep, G4, G5 after I castle looks like a big F4, G4, G5. I got everything, man. So you're going to have to trade these knights.
Well, to keep his king in the center for now, he goes H5. A very, very committal.
He went H4. He moved the pawn twice. He moved that pawn twice. Wow. I like it.
Move, but at the same control, F3 played here by Magnus, by Pragg, stopping knight G4. Knight jumps to E5. And with this, Magnus is preparing rook C8 and
typical knight O structure. Rook C1. Yeah.
Knight coming to C4 or rook long castle on the board for Magnus now. The rook comes to C8. I'm a bit in D2, but then B5, knight C4, black's play is flowing. Boom! Take here, spoil the structure. A very typical exchange sacrifice in the game is going to get really exciting now.
He sacked the rook for the knight on C3. This is typical in Sicilian. Like, white gives up the rook, black gives up the rook for the knight on C3 to mess the structure up. Get a lot of counterplay. Attack them queenside pawns. And your rook don't really have a lot of squares to go to, so the minor piece may be slightly better in a middle game like this. A lot of imbalances, a lot of stuff that black can do. But he's down in exchange. Remember that.
Pragg has assessed that position is fine for him. Choice has been really good. Queen A5 played.
Queen A5, typical.
Getting the queen. Pragg goes king B1. This is modern chess.
He gave the pawn up. He said you can have that pawn. You can have that pawn on A3. You can have that pawn. I wonder why you can have that pawn, man.
You know, you just play it. I think in the good old days, people would have thought black is doing fine. Not go into this with white. By the way, here castles would have been a nice move. Getting the rook quickly into the game. But he takes on A3 and F4. It's Pragg who's now creating play before all the black pieces come in and also the king gets castled. Knight goes to G4, a very natural move, but
I mean, in this position, it's double-edged. A lot going on. Like, white has advantages, black has advantages, but if you give me a side to choose from, man, black can see so much fun on their play. Even though I know I'm down a piece, rook might go to H3. You know, you're gonna play F5, bishop back C1, stuff like that. So, I mean, I can see why you defense here, but, man, but black's more fun to play.
E5 is coming in as well. Yeah. This could be a very, very serious edge for white after E5. And he pushes forward. Pawn to E5. Played by.
He played E5. He played E5. E5. Oh, I want to see what happened. E5. He wants to open up the E5. Oh.
By Pragg. Magnus takes D. And F takes E5. Chops it off. And now you can't go knight D5 because of bishop D5. The bishop is there. Knight h7. And Pragg is better. If he plays
I'm starting to like white here a little bit. Cause he ain't bringing no pieces to the king side. I'm starting to like white here, but the more I see it, I mean, yeah.
queen f3 or queen e4, he'll be hitting the b7 pawn. He goes queen d2, which is a natural move, defending c3. Also eyeing this bishop. Knight to f8 by Magnus. He didn't want to take on g5 and open up this rook. So he goes knight f8. Knight comes back to f3, defending the e5 pawn. And we have queen to c5. Yes, also the d7 bishop had to be protected with the knight. And takes on e7.
Like in the game, this is where you got to keep your composure, man. Because a lot of people lose the game like this. They give up. They mind give up. Like, you know what, I'm down a piece. Let me just, stop fighting. He coming to get me. He's too good. I'm just going to just relinquish the things I got going on. I mean, because the knight can go to f2. I think he's gonna take with the king though, but he can trade the queens though if he takes the king. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
The queen comes back. Queen takes e7, and knight jumps to g5. What a move! Because
you see Magnus that little go, you like. It's like, wait a minute, you move that kind of fast. Where you going with that knight? Oh, that knight going to e4, then d6. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay.
Because if knight e5, you have rook h e1, that can get really dangerous. So he goes knight to g6. But we have knight e4 to d6 check, which Pragg must play. He plays it with 12 minutes on hand. Magnus has 22 minutes.
I like it.
You can't castle. The d7 bishop is hanging. Knight takes e5 taken. And now a check. And I would say Pragnananda's assessment.
The knight on d6, I'm thinking like, it don't look like it's over because the knights on e5 and g4 is well coordinated. I don't know where he's getting in. I mean, a rook go to f1. The f7 pawn is protected by the pawn on e5. Oh, but he can sack it. Oh my God, there's so much pressure down the light squares too. The bishop. Don't forget about that bishop on a2. Don't forget about that bishop on a2.
Of the position was great. His king on b1, although exposed, is safe, while Magnus' king is the one that has come under pressure. Rook f1. He puts the rook here, attacks. According to the engines, the better move was rook h e1, but I think this is very natural. Threatening knight f7, and taking on d7. He goes back, knight to f6. And now a good move is queen d4 or queen e3, putting pressure here, threatening to enter in here. Queen d4 played. Pragg playing like a machine. Great accuracy. Knight g4 by Magnus.
g4 is better.
Actually, Magnus's material situation is quite fine. Knight takes b7. A better move was queen b6, but it was natural to take a pawn.
Well, maybe he want to trade queen.
And now bishop b5 is a good move because you attack the knight, you attack the rook, and Magnus plays it. Going into an endgame might be possible, but that's what we see.
Yeah, he want to trade queens. He want to trade queens. I see what he's trying to do. Man, I don't think, trading queens, I would want to trade queens in this position, man, because I'm like, them knights is like nightmares. It could be nightmares, even though I'm up in exchange, but the knights is tricky in it. Like, the knights is tricky trying to maneuver around the knights, and you ain't got no knights, or you got one, and it's just crazy.
Said black structure and pieces are so good that the endgame should be completely fine for him. Goes knight e8, blocking the check. And now will Pragg take the queen? Pragg does it. He takes, king takes. And I think Magnus is still slightly worse, but the position is crazy. It's no longer clear anyone can win. Bishop a4 played a beautiful move, because if you played...
Okay, the eval bar says white slightly better. He have a point probably. He have a point. He have an exchange. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's not bad.
Bishop c6, knight d8 is winning. If you take here, rook takes f7 is a mate. So bishop a4, rook d8 coming in. And now bishop c6 hitting the knight, and a good move is rook f d1. If you take here, check and you win the bishop back. Can Pragg find it? No, he goes rook b8. Not the best move. But Pragg is already down to 3 minutes 47 seconds. Magnus has 6 minutes 42 seconds.
I'll think about taking that knight, dog. I'll be like, hey, I'm out of here. Give me that knight. Boom. No, but if I take the knight, check, and 2 rooks get on the 7. He'll take my pawn on f7. So taking the knight is not good. Taking the knight is not good. Taking the knight is not good right now. How can I do this? Do I want to go knight? No. Maybe if I could put a knight on f5, like knight e3, then knight f5. Knight e3, rook goes somewhere. I don't know.
Seconds. I mean, Magnus, it takes on g2,
Takes the pawn.
attacking the rook.
You took the pawn. Okay.
Rook g1 played.
I'm taking that knight.
And simply moving the bishop back. Bishop f3. One thing to take care of is this idea: g5, hg, and the h pawn starts rolling. Magnus, bishop f3, rook g3 played by Pragg, attacking the bishop. And now knight to e5, beautiful move. He brings...
I like the way Magnus handling this, man. Magnus handling this like a champ, man. Like, I like the way he handling this. That pawn on c4 though kind of scared me though. I ain't even gonna lie.
This knight defends the bishop, pawn to c5, but now pawn to g5 is a beautiful move. Takes hg, h4 runs, and if you play, yes, he goes for it. Rook g5, then knight to d7 wins material. So that's the reason why Pragg goes knight d6, but now g4, and Magnus is winning. Whoa, what a turnaround. Magnus Carlsen has turned this game around. Check. And Pragnananda looks at the score sheet. They're on move 38. 10 seconds increment now. Okay. Bishop c6 goes for that. No, he takes on d6. Rook h8 and knight e4. Magnus has given up 2 exchanges. But he sees that now he's getting an increment of 10 seconds.
This is getting crazy now. Let's go back. Check this out. He took the knight. Then he takes the rook. He's down another exchange. That's a fork now though. He's forking a knight. He's forking a rook and a pawn. Okay.
Rook g1. And he has to calm down now. Check.
Oh, he didn't take the pawn.
And knight e2 coming in with the g pawn. These 3 pieces are incredible. Rook f1 and g3 is a mistake. Rook g8. But Pragg goes c6. Not the best move. g2, rook takes f3, and king g7 is the best move. g3 is a mistake. Rook g8 are incredible. Rook
winning right here. It was even right here. He played g3. That was his mistake.
f1 and g3 is a mistake. Rook g8. But Pragg goes c6. Not the best move. g2, rook takes f3, and king g7 is the only defense that Magnus has. It's not at all easy, because if you take knight f3, then rook g8 stopping the pawn and your own pawn is queening. But Magnus blunders. He goes king g7. He makes a huge mistake, c7. I think Magnus missed this move. Bishop b7 stopping the pawn, but rook b8, g2, and now you move the rook away and then pick up the bishop and queen the pawn. And Magnus resigns even before Pragg makes his move. What a win for Pragnananda. Magnus Carlsen, well, just when he thought he was back in the game, is when.
Wow. I've been in them games like I just moved too fast, man. It was right there, man. I played good defense. I weathered the storm. I fought back. I'm about to win this game miraculously, man. I'm in that flow state. Like, I played a great defensive game. To be honest, Magnus played a great game up until that last. It always happened. The last moment, that last palm push, that last move. You're like, man, the whole game could be completely wasted, completely gone, all because of that one move, that one mistake. If he would have just looked, if he would have kept the same intensity of looking throughout the whole moves, 3-4 moves ahead, like he was the whole game, it would have been good. But somehow you relax, you let up, and you just blunder. It happened to me plenty. It happened to me way more than Magnus CARLSEN, but you win in the game. You played a magnificent game. Whether you're down, whether you fight back, whether you play a good defensive game, but you was on the ropes the whole game, and it just slips away. But that was a good game. Chess Bays, India. Thank you for the game. That was a good game. So Pragg he's probably winning the tournament right now, or Ella Reza. But that was a good win for Pragg though. Good win.